We're talking a little bit about what's happening in the channel, and you're sharing some thoughts around partners who are suffering or struggling at the moment.
There's probably a slim wedge of the industry, somewhere between 5 to 20%. Let's just say there's 15% of the industry that are really winning, that are growing 20 plus year on year, and they're struggling to keep up, and they can't get the talent and all these sort of challenges. And what they're really doing is just focusing on strategy. They're being proactive out in the market, and they're doing things a little different to the traditional approaches, and they're clearly winning. Whereas the majority of the market, 85, 90% of the market, are all complaining that they're not getting new business, they're starting to shrink, their margins are squeezing, they're very busy with busy work, and they're not progressing. And the simple reasons that they're not doing it is they're not proactive, they don't have a strategy, and they're not staying focused.
So you were sharing a moment ago, and we've had a few chats about this, about how busy you are at the moment, because the great partners that you're working with, and they all represent that thin edge of the high performance wedge, if you like. We're coming into the new financial year, and they're doing what they need to do to continue to keep on that bleeding edge. Speaking to that 90% who are busy doing busy work, not growing, don't have the right teams in place, I don't know, what are some of the things they could do?
I'll be a bit brutal. Most of the partners in that 90% need to start working towards exit. They don't have the energy to transform. And there's a lot of work to that. It's going to take like 3 to 5 years for business to change and mature and transform the way that they approach things to deliver things to what the modern client needs are. So most partners don't have the energy. So why would you keep trying to survive in this? And especially as client numbers are shrinking for those partners, because there's a lot of exits. A lot of partners have told me very recently, in the last sort of 2 months, they've seen more sort of client exits recently because they've been selling. They've been selling off to other companies. It's that time of the year in Australia for the financial year changeover, but they've got nothing to replace it with. So unless they really change their approach and really get into it, planning and strategy to sort of keep doing what you're doing makes no sense. There's a reason why I keep saying your decision point really in the last year or so is transform or exit. Problem, I think, for most people, why they're not doing anything about it is they're trapped gambling. They hear the ridiculous multiples from the US without any context. So they think their business is worth way more than it really is.
Yes.
There's opportunity right now. There's more buyers than sellers. So it's the sort of perfect time to cash out while they're ahead. And the other side of it is that identity crisis. It's I've spoken to a lot of business owners that have gotten really good offers. Yeah. And they've gone, no, they haven't taken it because they're worried about what they would do next. But if you are going to stick it out and transform, or even need to optimize, this is sort of why we're talking today, is you need to know what to get to and what good looks like. And that's been a real challenge in the industry for quite a while. People may or may not seen, but we've launched a basic sort of TSP Maturity Assessment through Channel Gurus. So where that sort of came from, there's a few reasons for it. One, I've been doing this for a long time. I can see and I understand all the operational areas of technology businesses. I'm on that sort of leading side of what technology services business need to become and modern ways that we're needing to operate things. And there's not enough of this information around. I was the first operations coach in the region, so I feel a bit responsible to try and help and uplift. Talking with you and the Channel Guru launch and being an agnostic community, I figured it was the great place to feed it into, to bring some eyeballs on, but give some great value to the partners. People just need to see this kind of stuff. So the assessment is a great way to start. But then it is just finding a couple of the communities. Some really great communities are starting to have the really great conversations. So the more that you can empower yourself with knowledge, the more that you're going to reduce stress, be in control, and be a lot more focused.